What is up, geeks? Now, I usually have Star Wars stuff on my channel, but from time to time I like to switch it up and bring on some DC and Marvel things. And I am a huge fan of Batman. He's my favorite superhero. So today I have the Batman v Superman Batman figure from the movie. And previous to this line, it was called Movie Masters, but now they switched it up. It's called DC Comics Multiverse. And I also have the Batman armored figure, so please stay tuned for that. That review will be coming after this, and there will be a comparison of these two figures. So anyway, let's take a look at the box. I will be unboxing this figure as well, so that's exciting. He looks really cool outside of the packaging here. So there's a collect and connect piece here. It's grapnel blaster replica, and in the back you can see that. And if you would like to read this, you can pause it up here. And these are the other figures that you can get in this wave. You can get Superman, you can get Wonder Woman, and the Armored Batman, which I'll be reviewing next. And apparently there's 5 to 8 figures here, which is really exciting. I know Aquaman is in the works. We don't know what else is going to be coming out. Maybe Flash, maybe Green Lantern. Really exciting. But for right now, Wonder Woman is actually the hardest one to get for whatever reason. But yeah, I'm not really too excited for that figure. I know a lot of people want it just because it's rare, but for me, I'm just a huge Batman fan, and I do have the Man of Steel Superman, which I'll be showing off later with this figure because the two of them together will look really great. But anyway, let's unbox this guy and take a look at all the nice details. I almost forgot to show you guys the side of the packaging. Here's a nice picture of the Ben Affleck Batman, as well as a description here. You can pause it if you would like. The other side just has the DC Comics Multiverse logo along with the Batman v Superman logo. So let's take a look here at the grapnel stand. It's in the shape of a batarang, which is really cool, which can actually, work as a cosplay batarang if you want to. It's actually not too bad in size, but it's supposed to be the stand here. You can see it right there. It looks like it's going to be pretty small though, so I don't think you can use the grapnel blaster as a cosplay thing, but you can potentially use this, maybe even as a belt. You can somehow use this as a belt or something, but it's not that bad. I mean, it would have been cooler to have it as a stand for the figure itself, but I'm not going to try to get this thing. Maybe when I see a review, I might like it, but for now, not too interested. Okay, so here's BatFleck in all of his glory. He looks really cool. I'm digging the cowl a lot. I know a lot of people don't really like the sculpt work on the cowl, but I, for one, actually like it. It does match the rigid sculpt work here on his chest. Looks very nice. I like how there's a lot of different materials, it looks like, as far as the design of the bat suit. Although this cowl doesn't go all the way down to his neck and his shoulders as far as the design and the sculpt work go, which is a little bit weird, but it's not that off-putting. You can't really notice it that much. I do like the cape and all the wrinkles there. Now, it's not one of those pointy capes, which I'm completely fine with that. It doesn't look that bad. I do like all of the design here. They call it the duct tape suit. It does kind of look like duct tape. It does look like it's put together pretty, like, makeshift DIY type stuff, but I actually don't mind that. I like the design. It's just the way it came out kind of looks like duct tape. But I'm loving the huge Batman emblem. I'm a huge fan of the Dark Knight Returns graphic novel, so I love that. So you can see here, he actually has some steel-toed boots and his steel fists right there. If I can focus in on that, you can see his fists have steel there. The paint job is a bit messy, not as clean as I would like, but we do get a little bit of sculpt work in there along with the paint. You can see here on the other side, it's a little bit sloppier here on the first finger right there, but they do a little bit better on the rest. Not too bad. I do like his other details here on his wrists and his gauntlet. Very cool. It looks really nice. And his belt, of course. I like the black and brass over there. It looks very good. I like the worn look. Looks like he's been through some battles. Let's take a look at the back here. I like how they kept with the design. They didn't flake out at all. Very good. Very nice. So let's get into articulation. So as far as his head movement, we got left and right swivel. He can't really look up that much, so I'm not really digging that much, but his shoulders do go in and out. He goes forward and back. He does have a bicep swivel. His elbow joint goes about 90 degrees. He does have some wrist swivel there. He does have a nice ab crunch. That's good. He has the very famous DC-UC crotch pits. Now it's a bit awkward. That's what they call it, the crotch pit. But going back to DC-UC, the DC Universe Classics line, this is the type of articulation they have for the legs. So that's what we call it. And he has a mid-thigh swivel, which is nice. His knee has some articulation there, not 90 degrees, but not too bad. And his feet do go up and down, no ankle pivot or anything, but not too bad for a figure. I'm not complaining at all. It's a great $20 figure. If you do see this guy, I would pick him up in store. He definitely looks really cool, and I'm about to show you guys a little bit of comparison to him and the Man of Steel figure of the Movie Masters line. So here is the Man of Steel figure compared with the Batman vs Superman Batman figure, and I do really like them together. It looks really cool. As far as their heights, Ben Affleck is supposed to be taller than Henry Cavill, so that works out pretty well because Batman's a bit taller. I believe, please tell me in the comments below, I believe Ben Affleck's 6'4" and Henry Cavill's 6'2". I'm not really sure about that, but they did pretty well keeping that in scale. I won't be getting the Batman vs Superman figure because he is actually just a different color scheme. The sculpt is basically the same. I believe the face sculpt is a little bit different, but I actually prefer this face sculpt better. The Batman vs Superman suit is a bit lighter in tone, but I actually like the darker suit. So I'll be keeping this with the Batman vs Superman figures, and I actually like that a lot. I'll be comparing these two with the armored Batman figure that I'll be reviewing next, so please stay tuned, guys. I hope you liked my review, and at the end of this video I'll be having a gallery with this figure, and of course a couple shots with Superman 2 fighting each other. So until next time, embrace, express, and enjoy yourself. Thank you guys for watching the video, and until next time, may the Force be with you always, my young Padawan.